In our world, we are being presented with many problems. Albert Einstein gave great advice in this matter when he said problems cannot be solved by the level of knowledge or awareness that created them. In other words, we have to get outside our own boxes. Well, a mystic sees beyond a box to what has been hidden or what has been forgotten, what is not seen. My name is Sharon Raji Maynard. It was curiosity that took me on a radical search for answers. And those answers came to me from ancient ones, those in spiritual worlds, unseen to the eye. And this knowledge foundations my podcast, A Mystic's View. Come as you are to see situations through my eyes as we sit together. Diversity, uniqueness, is a natural condition, a natural outcome within humanity. And hearing diverse ideas and thoughts expands our own capacities. So I encourage you to listen to A Mystic's View, to hear, to be enhanced, and to consider other possibilities. I welcome you to this journey. I am a third-generation Celtic American. My ancestors' maternal roots are in Denmark, Sweden, and England. I am beginning to be shown and know the impact of systemic domination on my ancestors in order to remove that programming in my life. I come from a line of mothers and grandmothers who played the roles of witch, of confusion, of female devaluing, in order to keep their children safe until they were able to rise, to keep me safe until I was able to rise. They were willing to dull their questioning minds, to curb their wants, dreams, to hide their inner vision, to create safe space for me, their daughter and granddaughter. They appeared complacent in patriarchal control. They kept silent in the face of loving subjugation. They fought to defend masculine superiority, to keep their children safe as I quietly explored ways to break us all free. The hope for such freedom came at a cost to my maternal ancestors. The quiet discounting of female value wore the face of accepted ownership, and they became the target within rape cultures. And they became the target within rape cultures. The roles they played created crippled brain neurons, and willingly handing their children to systems created by powers of domination was a cost. My maternal line did this by ancient contracts made within distant circles of sisters, contracts to find ways to break the backs of those who had enslaved us all. And the way is now known. Invaders of our world are seen for who they are, souls with no agendas of light, no respect, and no life for good. Parasitics who have been as cancer amongst us, seen their power is no more. They are being allowed no more. They can now be removed to their home of beginning, as extinct as the dinosaurs, gone from all space, time, and dimensions, because we know their presence. This is why my maternal ancestors of white skin endured roles of quiet subjugation and so-called privilege, not to acquiesce to an enemy, but to find the way to expel them. And it is done, and that way is available to all. Here words came to me from Gaia, Mother Earth. Many, no, most of you have gone into the dramas and have played the roles written for you, the role of harlot, bitch, victim, witch, crazy, valueless, slave. You have cut off your sisters, turned on each other, competed for the attention of men, clawed to keep each other small, denied your value and place, and played roles assimilated to the culture of enslavement. You have all done those things to keep your true, precious selves from being totally destroyed. Generation after generation, you secreted away your magic. You hid that away within my stones, fire, water, air, earth. Then you tamped their deep call within your bones and bought the voices that discounted your intuitive wisdom and clear seeing vision. Lifetime after lifetime, you locked your knowledge, boxed and hidden away from yourselves. Time after time, you sided with the oppressors to still their power to destroy you. In village after village, you stood in secret circles and promised to keep yourself and your sisters small in order to preserve the female lineage. And more importantly, you have played the roles to keep this sacred cave undiscovered, my cave. I repeat, you have played lesser roles in order to keep the secret of women and the strength of women protected. Hear me. Drop off your costumes and dance together. Teach the old gifts to one another. Awaken your collective roots to design and birth the world in the image of your good, your grace of our divine. I am a third generation Celtic American, just beginning to understand why my ancestors allowed systemic domination to impact them in the way that it did. Their hope has been realized, and I stand with so many others to say no more to systemic domination systems. And so it is. Thanks for coming along and sharing this episode. These various stories may stretch your mind, challenge your dogma, awaken you to new possibilities, or resonate with your own experiences. I'd love to hear any of that. You can always find me on Facebook at A Mystic's View, of course, and the same on YouTube, A Mystic's View. When you see the value of this podcast, please share with your friends. And I would love to have you give us a rating. Some stars would be wonderful. You can become a member of the Mystics View community on Patreon. So there you can find us at www.patreon.com/A Mystic's View. The pressures of this world are rising. And what does that mean? And how can you effectively respond? My intentions is that my stories and sharings through this podcast will give you more insight, encouragement, and help you discover your own magnificent connection to that self beyond sight. Until next time.